I hope you are able to see my screen. Okay, I'm sharing now. Can I check now? You are able to see? Very good. In the last class, what we had discussed, we just discussed the glide APIs methods and the glide aggregate method, which is used for the server side scripting. Today we will use the check the user sheet. That means how we will get the login user and other details, which is in the server side as well as the client side. That's it. Next one, gs dot get user. That's a method which is used to returns the current logged in user details. That means whoever the current logged in complete details, it will come for them. Next method, gs.get user id. Gs.get user id is used to returns the sysid of the record. So as you know, in the service now, everything will be stored. Everything will the unique id in the service now is a sysid. That's it. Next one, gs.get username. Gs.get username is returns the username for the current logged in user. That means it will get the user id, which is a user underscore name is a backend name. It will fetch the those information for the current logged in user. Next one, gs dot get user display name. So get user display name is used to get the current logged in user display name. So for example, the display name where will come a combination of the first name and last name, that we can fetch it by using the gs dot get user display name. And next one, gs dot get user id. Gs dot get user id is refers the sysid string value for the current logged in user. So that means gs.get user by id and get user, the difference is gs.get user by id is used to returns the object for that. It's returns the one. Here what happened? So that means it will reference the sysid is provided, and get user id will currently returns the string value for that one. So both will be almost the same. The major difference was it just get the value, and here it will completely returns the value. Next one, get first name. Get gs dot get sorry get first name is used to get the current logged in user first name. So that is a one thing we can do it. That means if you want to fetch the current logged in user first name, we will use the same thing for it. Next one, get last name. Returns the last name for the logged in user. So returns the last name for the current logged in user. That means what are the logged in user? It was used for the same thing here. Next one, get email ID. Get email ID is nothing but if you use that one, it will fetch the current logged in user. I'm sorry, guys. Current logged in user email ID for the same thing. Next one, get department ID. So get department ID is used to fetch the current logged in user department. So what is his department? Whether it should be a support one, customer support, or any IT, or any product management, or a customer, or a HR, or any functional, or any sales marketing, like that there is multiple department there. So it will fetch the what is the current logged in department ID for the same thing. Next one is a get company ID. Get company ID is used to get the current company sysid. That means whenever if you use the user ID, what had happened? So maybe I can open with the instance, so I can show this one maybe. So I will open your instance. So for example, so for example, so if I open that user, see, if I am trying to open any user, for example, if I use the Abel tutor, so I don't think there is no company. If your company it will come, this will fetch the user ID. These are all what. If you have company, it will come the company by using this SSID. So that is not there. And company record. So if you use get company ID, what happened? It will fetch the sys ID of the current logged in user for the same thing. Next one is the get company record returns the company glide record for the company. That means it will use the company society sorry company glide record for the same thing. So get company id and get company record is different. Get company id is used to get the system id of the one. Next one, get language. So get language is nothing but it is used to. So if you want to get what was the language here, you can fetch from the here. And if we open this is the get language. And next one is the get location. So that means what is the location you use it. And right now we don't have location here. I think there is a few fields for the location in this one. So it will show what was the department is for the same thing here. And next one, if you go to the one, next one get domain id. That means it will fetch the what is the domain id which was for the same thing. Right now I think for this one, so I will add those are all fields. So form layout. So this is the one. So if I go to the department will become here. So and this one. So what is this department is not there. I think department is already there. So that's the reason it was not fitted. So if I reload, oh no, sorry, still is not yet saved it. See here the user is belong to global, the domain ID it will come and the company is the this is one will fetch the here. And next one get domain ID display. So get domain ID is nothing but so it will fetch this sys ID of this one. Get display name is nothing but it will fetch the global. So what is the name it were displaying in the field? It will fetch it. Next one, get manager ID. Get manager ID is used to get the current logged in user. What you called so current logged in user managers sys for the same thing here. That is the use of get user ID of the manager. Get what you can say get manager id. Next get my group. Get my group is used to uh, fetch the information which will be used to what are the current logged in user group for the same thing here. So that is the one thing we can do for this one. This is the first step till now. Till now you guys understood or any questions before I move to the next one? These are all scripting things. When you come to the developer, these are all will plays a very vital role in the system. Okay, very good. So now I go to the next one. Here is member of. Is member of is nothing when you write a something what happened. Is member of is used to fetch the current log. If you want to check whether the user is belong to some particular XYZ group, we use the is member of the group, and for the same thing we can check it. Next one, has role. Has gs dot has role. So gs dot has role is used to will check whether the current user has the roles or not, whether the, you want to check, sorry, not roles, role, whether the user has the role or not, so that we can check for the same thing for it here. So that is a one thing. Next one, gs dot has roles. Has roles is check is the, if you want to check a multiple roles for that user, so it will check for the has roles concept for the same thing here. So this is the one thing we can do the same thing here. So these are the things which will be executed in the server side. So I hope it clear till now what are the user objects will be executed in the server side. Any questions on this? Server side. So see, whenever if you see in the form g underscore, it will be executed in the client side, irrespective of the what you called methods, irrespective of the script. If you use a g underscore form, it will execute in the server client side. If you use a g underscore, sorry, gs dot something, it will execute it in the server side for the same thing. So that's the one. Next one, g underscore username. G underscore user dot user id, it will fetch the current logged in user in the client side. So similarly, if you want to get the what is the first name, you can use the g underscore user dot first name will be used for the same thing here. If you want to fetch this last name, g underscore user dot last name for the same thing. And if you want to fetch the sys ID of the one, g underscore user dot user ID, sorry, g underscore user dot user ID will fetch the sys ID of the current logged in user. G underscore user dot has role, so we'll fetch the, we'll check the whether the user has the current roles or not. These are the main things. If you want to, you can go for the next step. So has role is nothing but it will check user has the active at least one of the, or has roles exactly is used to, it will check the user has the specified role or not, so that we can, it will check the system. Or has roles, it will check user has at least one of the role. It's like a contains, we can see, right? That is a has roles. Has exactly role is nothing but user has exactly that role has one. So that's forget about the regardless of admin. That means the admin, what we can do is, so for simple, so you admin, so if there is admin, so these things will not be executed for the rules and all stuff. So for the mainly the end users or other users we can do. If you are admin, you are a supreme user, you can access it from the anywhere from that one, so that we will not get any issues for the same thing for. So this is the user object cheat sheet, how we will execute. So maybe today I can share you this one after this class. So today end of the day, today, so you can guys can refer all these ones, so that you can fetch the same thing. So this is the basic thing. Until now, any questions on this one before? Yes, these are the only. No, no, no. These are the all the methods which is used for the user cheat sheet. Okay. So you are clear, right till now? Fine. So I'm just going to shop this one, and I'm just going to